Hello, this is Joseph Zoll. Why is DOGE failing? Both the administration and the American people. Because they are supposed to be finding and eliminating waste, fraud, and abuse, but they haven't started that yet. Now, I've done my share of consulting work, primarily with international business. My first step was always research. The annual report of the company or the publicly available information, the discussions with our people about the problems the senior management saw them. If their problems were import, I brushed up on tariffs for their products. If it was export licensing, I would brush up on that. And so be as prepared as possible before I walked through the door. For a day or two, I interviewed people, looked at processes, and about day 3 was ready to start making some recommendations. My classic is the report to Charlie and 10 other personnel, but Charlie wasn't listed on the report. It was a report that was created by the cooperation of people in several different departments each week, taking a good deal of time and effort to produce. So I asked, who's Charlie? Well, Charlie is the one who wanted the report for a project he was working on. I said, I don't see his name on the report. They said, oh, he retired 2 years ago. Well, how long have you been doing the report? 2.5 years. Why do these other 10 people still get the report? The answer was, we don't know. I interviewed the 10 people, and after due investigation, I find they're getting the report once a week and filing it and keeping it just in case they ever need to look at it. But they haven't looked at the reports in 2.5 years. So why were they getting it in the first place? The answer was really they each wanted to prove they were just as important as Charlie, and so if he got a report, they needed the report too, so they could be just as well informed as Charlie. But it was something only he was working on in the first place. So the report was done over a 2-year period with no need for the report. Nobody was reading it. So the report was discontinued. Now, if DOGE was doing its job, it would be looking for waste, fraud, and abuse, and I'll use the word inefficiencies. I wouldn't complain if they said, well, in this office of 75 people, we found they were overstaffed, especially when we eliminated the unnecessary reports they were doing. So we were laying off people. They were trying to do their jobs and did well, so we gave them letters of recommendation and wished them well for the future. Then we found somebody who was embezzling, stealing the taxpayers' money and diverting it to his own use. So we fired that person immediately, and with amazing speed, we sent the file over to the Department of Justice for prosecution. As soon as the grand jury returns its indictment, you'll see the name of the person, the charges, and all the vast amount of evidence we collected in order to convict him. None of that is happening. What I'm picturing is one of Musk's teenagers, some older, go into a department. They walk down the hall and they say, how many people work in this office? Well, 75. Okay, get rid of 10 of them. But you don't understand what this department does and why we can't afford to lose 10 people. And the teenager answers, I don't care what they do, it's not important. 75 people are too many for whatever it is they're doing, get rid of 10 of them. And in this office you have 50 people, get rid of 15 of them. And on and on and on until they come up with numbers of thousands without realizing what they're cutting. If you're just cutting people at random, you can definitely be cutting the wrong people. They are trying to say they are doing something right. They're doing the wrong thing and inefficiently. In some cases, they found out after they did their random firing that it would be best to rehire some people. The Department of Agriculture, where some individuals fired were working on the bird flu. If the bird flu is solved, preferably before it becomes an epidemic in human beings, then there will be more eggs and the price of eggs will go down. Also, the National Nuclear Security Administration and the Department of Veterans Affairs. And this is proof that Mr. Musk did not think this through. First, they fired people randomly and then found out the facts. I hold the opposite way is better. First, find out what is going on, then make a decision. This is something we learned in grade school. So we have some free content for you in the description below. If you found this video interesting and thought-provoking, do subscribe and give us a like, which helps our channel, and click the notifications bell so you don't miss out on our future videos coming up. Before you leave, click my name below, and that will bring up all the videos available for you. Here are a few you can click right here. Thank you for joining me today.